Hello, hello, my sweet friends. Maggie here. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be drawing the January recipients of Happy Mail. I want to finish up Junk Journal January and get ready to begin a new month. Yes, it's been a very productive and busy start to the new year, which is really a good thing. So anyway, let's just get started. I'm going to read God's Word first. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Psalms 27, verse 10. May you feel God's presence and know you're never alone. Yes, oh yes, never alone when we have God on our side. All right. So I assign numbers to my list of everybody that's on the Happy Mail. I'm not going to use the wheel. It's just easier to do it like this. And so I put all of my numbers in the let me get my list out so I know who they are. But I put all my numbers in the bag, and I'm going to draw 2 numbers. See, I don't know if you can see all the numbers right there. I can't see them, however, believe me. You can trust me. And there's 2. Okay, so we've got number 7. I don't know who number 7 is. Let's see. Is Gwen from Gwen the Trash Witch. And number 17, Angela Jones. Gwen and Angela. So ladies, I do not have your addresses, so you need to email them to me, please, so I can get your Happy Mail ready and get it ready to be sent out. So, all right. So well, no, not congratulations. Thank you. Thank you for the support and love you give to my channel. That's what my sending you Happy Mail is all about. Because I enjoy it, I want to give something back. So Gwen and Angela Jones. So please, please, please drop me an email with your address in it. Now remember, after today, I'm not going to draw it for names anymore. What I'm asking you to do is, if you want Happy Mail, to please drop me an email with your address so that I can just randomly, I'm still going to first go through those that have not received anything. I want to make sure that everybody that wants to receive something will. But I can do that kind of, I hate to say as the Spirit hits me, but as I feel inspired to either send something to a certain person, or I have something special that I want to send to somebody, then I can just do it. And but I need your addresses in order for me to do that. I want to send you something. I don't want it to feel like you've won anything. I just want to try to bring you a little bit of joy. If nothing else, just make you smile for a moment, you know. But I need your addresses to do that. And if I ask you, if I feel like I want to send you something, I ask for your address, and you know I'm going to send you something. However, if I just have your addresses, then I have your addresses and can send to you whenever I want to, and it will be a surprise, which is really what I want to accomplish. So all that being said, you know, just drop me an email with your address, and I will add you to the list. And we will move forward from there. So, Gwen and Angela Jones, please send me your addresses. All right, so let's get started here. All right, I have a few days to cover in order to be finished with this. All right, so the first one is handmade. Well, I'm going to use the prompt that I use for mindfulness, and I'm going to use this pocket here, this handmade pocket that I sewed together, pieced together. for this prompt. All right, so that's day 26. Now day 27 was soft. So for soft, I found this adorable image of this little bunny rabbit. I think he's so cute. Now this image and some of the other ones that I'm going to be using today came from Shaylee Morehouse, and she lists free images on Facebook. There's like tons of them, and they're so beautiful. I don't know if I have any of her other ones. No, I don't. But they are just so beautiful. So this is one of those images, and I looked at this little bunny and I said, this has got to be, look at his little fluffy tail and his fluffy fur. He's got to be as soft as he can possibly be. So I'm going to use this today, and then I've got this piece of fur fabric that I'm going to add to the page because it's kind of like a baby's touch and, feel book. This is just what his fur would feel like and his little fuzzy tail. So I'm going to put this down. I need me a background, back, a paper to put in the back. And I think I am going to use, where'd they go? Oh, where'd they go? Oh, they're buried here under my computer. I'm going to use one of my jelly prints because why am I making them if not to use them? Well, this was actually a roll-off, but I think I might use it and cut it down. I love the jelly printing. I just cannot... I just enjoy it so much. Don't get me wrong, I'm not very good at it at all. I mean, I'm learning, I'm learning. I'm in the learning phase, but I'm also in the enjoying it phase. I really do enjoy it. The only thing I don't like about it is I make a horrible mess, and part of that is because I have such a small workspace on my desk that I have to pull out something else. I'm thinking that maybe today or tomorrow I want to do another session. I try to do it. I've been trying to do it at least once, maybe twice a week. And so I'm thinking maybe I will do one on camera so you can see where I'm at with it. I think maybe I'll put this down here. I cut it too small, but that's okay. I don't really mind. This one. Maybe I'll cut this down. No, I don't really want to. I don't know what I want to do. I hope you all are doing fine, and that if you're watching this tomorrow, January 30th, 2026, that you are having a wonderful day or planning a wonderful weekend for yourself. I know if you work and you have a Monday through Friday job, you really look forward to the weekend. I remember as a nursing manager, and I was working primarily Monday through Friday, I really looked forward to the weekend. I did it 1 year of the school nursing through a special project that the hospital had going. That was a lot of fun, but that was, Monday through Friday as well. I don't know which way I want to put this. I kind of like this. I'm going to cover up most of it anyway. Yeah, So I know you look forward to the weekend. My oldest daughter, you know, works in the public school system, so she definitely looks forward to the weekend. And my daughter, my younger daughter is, you know, she's a hospice nurse, and pretty much she works Monday through Fridays. I know she looks forward to the weekend. I don't know which way I want to go with this. And like I said, this was just a roll-off page where I was cleaning my brayer. Actually, maybe I'll go look. I want to put this little piece of fur. Oh, maybe I'll just go like that. Oh, jeepers. Picked up the whole kit and caboodle. Holy cow, what in the world? Oh, I appreciate all your kind comments. You're so sweet to me. I just don't, sometimes I just don't know what to think or to say. I don't deserve some of the comments that you leave me. They're so kind and so generous. That they just take my breath away. Oh, what in the world? You know, why didn't I? There we go. Yeah, it takes my breath away because you make this so worthwhile and make me so happy that I started this channel. Yeah, I just, like I said, I just don't know how to react sometimes. I know sometimes when I answer your comments, I just don't feel they're adequate, you know. Okay, I need to find a word or something to put on this. But I'm going to have to think about it and probably come back to it. Maybe not even today. And this, I may just put up here on here like this. I know this is kind of elementary, but elementary, my dear Watson, is that what he said? Elementary. This was left over from my gnomes, from Grumpus and Gracie, which you can't see. They sit right here beside me on one of my carts, and as soon as I'm at my new workplace, that station, I'll set them on my desk. All right, so that is soft. All right, what is the next one? Cozy. So this is another one of Shaylee's images that she posted. I love this cat. I've never had a pure white cat, but my daughter did. And he was, she says, the best cat that she's ever had. And he was so beautiful and so good, you know, but, you know, like all of our wonderful animals, their lives are way too short. Way too short. I think I was going to use this, part of this. It just matched the blue so well. So this was another one that these are marks from my brayer. I was probably pushing too hard, and then I used a stamp, one of my wood block stamps that I don't have that many of. I used it and I tried to clean it off right away because I really didn't want the paint to dry on it. I didn't want to ruin it. But I thought it went really well. I mean, I thought it turned out really good, you know. Like I said, I am enjoying the jelly printing. I really am. All right, so I need 5.5. Which way do I want to go this way, I think. Okay, so this paper is not square by any stretch of the imagination. Let's see. Oops. Well, that's going to have to suffice. Alright, so I think I'm going to put this down here. This little book has gotten pretty full, you guys. What glue do I want to use? Because I will stick with this. So I have done a lot of crafting this month. A lot of crafting. And this little glue ball is not very big, but it still has plenty of glue in it. I think it's at least half full, which tells me that with this glue press, I'm not using near as much glue. And I have a quote that I wanted to kind of write out if I could find a piece of paper. I wanted to print it out, but I decided that that probably was not the best thing for me to do. I'm not the best. My handwriting has got so bad. Let's see what I can do with this. And this quote says, "It's the best feeling when you wake up warm and cozy and you don't have to go to work." That is pretty good. So let's see if I can write this out so it's legible. When you wake up warm and cozy, and you don't have to go to work. I think this is Emmy Rossen. So Sunday is going to be, we'll find out about General Madness, and Candy and Hazel's collaboration start on Monday as well. I mean Sunday as well, but I don't think their first prompts are on are that day. I have to check the calendar. And look at this beautiful white cat. Look how cozy he looks on that pillow. And there's I don't know if these are slippers or just warm socks, but if that isn't a cozy picture, I don't know what is. Okay. I don't know what is. I know when I see my cats sleeping and they're all curled up wherever they might choose. They like it when the dogs aren't up here, because then they can lay pretty much wherever they want to and the dogs don't bother. There's no dogs to bother them. And they get in these, the dogs get in these moods where they just want to terrorize the cats. As a general rule, they're pretty good with them. They live together and they coexist, and for the most part they get along pretty well. But boy, oh boy, they have their moments. They have their moments. This might be a little bit longer video, and I apologize. Okay. So this is cozy. I think that cat looks pretty darn cozy right there. All right, now what is our next one going to be here on the list? Cozy. Wrapping. Well, I don't know. I have to go like this with this one. I know I didn't have these cut out. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I should just pause the camera or speed this up, but I don't know how to. I mean, I know how to pause the camera, but I don't know how to speed it up. I'm sorry. I need to learn how to do that. I was kind of hoping to get this in one page, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think it's going to take 2 of my little pages. I don't know, maybe if I cut this down a little bit. Boy, I'm cutting everything so crooked. At least it looks crooked to me. I think it's my glasses, to tell you the truth. No, I don't think it's my glasses. It's just me not taking the time to do it correctly. So I wonder what y'all are doing fun for the weekend. I am oh, the baby is sick. Not real sick, I don't think. But she's been running a temperature at nighttime. Her mom's been sick for a few weeks now, actually. She has a horrible cough. So I'm assuming she caught whatever she has, although she's my daughter, when she was in the worst phase of it, running a temperature and everything, she tried to keep, you know, the baby at arm's length, as much as she hated doing that, but the last couple of days she's been running a fever. No other symptoms though, except my daughter said yesterday she didn't eat very much. She drank, but she just didn't eat very much. And then last night she spiked another fever. And I think my son-in-law is going to take her to the doctor today just to get her checked, but she may just be fine and dandy. I haven't heard from them this morning. Okay. So I don't know. Let's see if we can get this on one page. So this is for wrapping. And I don't know where I found this. I don't know if it was in a children's book or... This is another one. Hey, I might as well use them, right? So that's what I'm doing. They make wonderful background pages. This is one of my favorite stencils, and it really, really seems to leave a strong imprint whenever I use it. I think I had some red and yellow. I don't know what all I used in this. Oops. Oops, everything's gonna fall on me. Okay, so this says, bye baby bunting, daddy's gone a hunting. He'll never get this rabbit skin to wrap the baby bunting in. I thought that was so funny. So, I think I'm just gonna put this down. I inked around that already. Ink around the bunny. This bunny is hightailing it out of there as fast as he can go. He's not becoming a wrapping for any baby. Oh, I wish I could have gotten this on one page. No. All right. Well, let's put this one in first. The reason I can't get this all on my pages because I made these pages so small. That's okay. I had some extra pages, so that's okay. Okay, so there we have wrapping. Bye, baby bunting. Daddy's gone a-hunting. He'll never get this rabbit skin to wrap the baby bunting in. There goes that rabbit. He's just skedaddling it right out of there. All right. So, our next one is pocket. Now, I put a pocket in the front and I made that handmade pocket, you know. So I'm not gonna, I was gonna just use that again, but I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I decided to see if I could remember how, haven't made one of these in a while. Made a little envelope house pocket, but I'm just using a small envelope. And I have to try to, this might take me a minute. Let me move this out of the way, because I need room. Oh, this is really getting long. So I'm going to fold this. I'm just going to use my mat here, excuse my reach, for folding. I think I might fold this right. Oh no, that's too far. Maybe right here. Maybe that's too far. No, maybe I should go. I guess I should move this down. Okay. Hope I can remember how I did this. I think I need to cut the top part off. Just a smidgen. You know, those smidgens, they get us every time. My trash can is getting full there. I gotta empty it. Okay. All right. Oh, I remember. I gotta cut this down. I'm talking to myself, I know, and I'm sorry. All right, so we need to cut this down. And we need to go about a ½ an inch or so past that fold on both sides. make another fold. And then this, I'm going to fold back on itself to go inside the envelope. Get some of this off. I'm making it too difficult for myself. It doesn't need to be difficult. I'm just cutting this down. I'm going to fold this. Okay, there we go. All right, now I just need to get some papers here to cover this. And what kind of a house do I want this to be? Do I want it to be a little winter house, or do I want it to be a hard house because we're coming up on... No, I think I'm going to make it a winter house. Let me see if I have some scraps in here. Now I'm going to tell you, I just decided to do this at the very last moment when I came on here. And so I really do not have, I don't know if I have anything in here that will work. These are kind of big for this little, yeah, these are too big. Okay, so I'm using a piece of that for the chimney. What else do I have in here? These little doors, oh, I need to put these in something else. Alright, so we need to cover this, so we need to cover, let's cover oh, it's no time to dilly-dally, Maggie. You gotta get moving here. These people don't want to be here all day long. I know, you guys fast forward through them because there's so many to watch. And I appreciate whatever time you give to me. I really and truly do. Believe me, I do understand, and I know exactly how it is. So that's just about the right. This needs to go. Oh, I got too much off. This is 4.5 inches. Oh my goodness, this is so cockeyed. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop the camera and I'm going to finish this pocket up. Because this is going to take a minute and I still have one more day to do after this. So I'll be right back. Give me a moment. Hello, I'm back. That took me a minute because I wasn't prepared, that's why. Okay. So I gotta make this page ready for my little pocket, a little pocket house. Of course I didn't cut my paper too small, but that's okay, we're just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna set the scene for our little house. Now I'm sorry that I didn't do this online, but I just thought of this at the very last minute before I started my video. I thought I was gonna just, you know, cheat by using the pocket I'd already made, but okay, so here's our little house, our little pocket house that I made from a little envelope. So here's the pocket, and I'm just gonna glue this down so it doesn't matter what's on the back. If you'd like to see how I made this, please let me know and I'll do a separate video on it. I made some, you know, before Christmas for some of my little golden books, and I made one when I was putting together my dog journal and my man's best friend journal. I made one for that, but I haven't made one in a minute. And I got my scraps out, and was able to get it made. I'll put these little flowers here. So yeah, I'll be glad to make a separate video and just show you how I made this. It's a lot of fun, and you can just decorate it any old way you want to. You know, these are just whimsical little houses. Whimsical little houses. Here is a dragonfly. I hope I'm recording. Okay. I'm gonna put the other last piece of this trim. This is the coolest trim. I didn't even realize. I knew I had gotten some green kind of stuff, but I didn't know that it was like this. Look at this. Isn't that just the cutest thing? With the little leaves and, oh gosh, I love it. I need to trim this down just a little bit. Okay, so I know this has been a long video, and then I went off to finish this, but I just didn't want to make it any longer than need be. Well, okay, so this is our little pocket, my little pocket house. So I don't have anything to put in there right now, but maybe I can find something. I don't know. I did find a word for cozy, but only, what did I do with it? I have got so much stuff. Oh well. All right, so this needs some better gluing down here. I don't know, maybe I'll use, oh dear, my Fabri-Tac has been left. Put the cap on the wrong bottle. I don't think this is gonna work, but, oh, it is. When I first put glue in this particular bottle, I added quite a dose of acetate. And at first it was really runny, but this has been the best Fabri-Tac that I've had, as you know, after filling a glue bottle or whatever. That acetate must, or not acetate, but acetone must have really helped thin it down. All right, so our last page, I'm going to have to do this on the last page. And I need my little book weight. Our last prompt is reflection. So I found this image. This was another of the Shirley Morehouse images that I was talking about. And I just thought that she was looking up. It looks like the evening sky. And the birds are flying around, and she's just reflecting up on who knows what. Could be her life, could be her day, could be the beauty around her, but she's reflecting. And that's kind of what we do when we come to the end of a month. We kind of reflect and see, well, what could I have done better? You know, this is another one of my prints. You know, what didn't we do that we should have done? You know, wouldas and shouldas, those kinds of things. But I felt like she looked like she was reflecting. I obviously used, I think I red, purple and teal, and then the red on top of it. I think that was a good combination. I like that combination. I'm just going to cut a little strip of this off, maybe 1.5 inches. I've got such a mess to clean up over here. Oh, but that's all right. And then I'll just I'm going to glue this down right here. Okay, so to me she looks like she's reflecting, thinking, and I do have a little quote for that, but again I gotta write it out because it's a very simple one, but because it is a quote I want to get it right, even though the author is unknown. So and the quote is, thoughts become things. Oh, for heaven's sakes, Maggie. Thoughts become things. Now, isn't that true when we're thinking about something, trying to decide what to create, what to make? Our thoughts can also become actions. Our thoughts can also become words, you know. There's just no end when we're thinking. We are creating. Our thoughts are creating for us. Oh, I don't like it. Cut this out a little bit. I know my handwriting is bad, but like I said, I just I don't write things out anymore. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing this, is because this is terrible. Can't read my writing. I never did have a great handwriting, but it was never this bad. And I don't understand, maybe some of you educators, and I should ask my daughter this, some of you educators can tell me why children are not learning cursive anymore. It just seems so, I don't know, oh my gosh, I hate to cover that up down there. Little bird, I guess I'm gonna have to sacrifice you. Right here. I don't understand why children are not taught cursive anymore. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but I just don't know what it is, or, you know. Okay. So my battery died on me. Oh, at almost an opportune time. I'm almost done with my video, and so, well, let's just recap a little bit. Okay, so prompt number 26 was handmade, and I went back to this handmade pocket that I did for mindfulness. So I'm going to use that as my handmade. And then soft, and I found this image of this little bunny. This is again, one of those Shaylee Morehouse images, and you can find her on Facebook. And I don't really know how to link Facebook, but I can put her name in my description box so that maybe you can find her if you're interested in any of these free images. Okay, then our next prompt was cozy. So I had this illustration of this beautiful kitty. He's all cozy on this pillow, and there's a pair of warm socks or something here. And my quote is, "It is the best feeling when you wake up warm and cozy and you don't have to go to work." M.E. Rossum. And then I put this little dream here, because that kitty sure does look like he's having sweet dreams. Okay, then the next one was day 29, mapping. And something I found, "Bye baby bunting, daddy's gone a hunting. He'll never get this rabbit skin to wrap the baby bunting in." I just thought this was cute and funny. Okay, and then for pocket, I made this little house pocket. Whoops, this didn't go on straight. Oh well. Made this little house pocket out of a small envelope. I think it's very cute. I didn't put a chimney on it because this house doesn't have a fireplace. And then there's some butterfly and dragonfly, some flowers, a little ladybug. And again, if you are interested in knowing how to make these houses, let me know, and I will do a video on just making them. They're fun to make, and they're so cute. Okay, and then why did I skip a page? Oh, well, I went to the last page. Oh, no, yeah, pocket. And then this is reflection, day 31. And this I think it's a girl. It could be, no, it might be a boy. I don't know. She just looked like she was reflecting to me on who knows what she was reflecting on, and I thought it was a really pretty image. I used one of my jelly prints to kind of as a backing paper to fill up the space there. And I used this quote, "Thoughts become things," and the author of that was unknown. So this was fun. This was a fun collab. So thank you, Creativity and Coffee. I didn't even say that at the beginning. This is hosted by Creativity and Coffee. And thank you so much. We still don't know your first name, even though I've watched a couple of your videos. But thank you for hosting this. Thank you for all the prompts. And maybe we'll go back at some time and review this. But this has been a pretty long video, especially if my battery died. So, all right, I'm going to get off of here. I just wanted to quickly, so the Triple F 2026 starts, this is by Candy and Hazel, starts on Monday the 2nd. And this is three times a week. So head on over to one of their channels that you can get. I can list them in my description box. If you're interested, you can go over and check it out. It looks like it's going to be a fun one with nothing too difficult. You know, there's not like you've got a lot of things you got to hunt for, or so it looks like it's going to be fun and relaxing. So I've got my little journal for that almost made. I think I just have to sew in the signatures. I'm not sure. And remember, don't remember, but Gwen and Angela Jones were my the ones that I picked out of the paper bag to get the next recipients for Happy Mail. So gals, please send me your addresses. And from this point on, I am going to do Happy Mail. I want to do Happy Mail, but I want to do it with a surprise element and kind of randomly as the inspiration strikes me. So that being said, from today forward, if you want to participate in Happy Mail, please email me your address. My address is in the description box below, so it shouldn't be any problem. Okay, I love you guys so very much. Be kind to someone that crosses your path, whether it be in your home or when you go out. You know, just remember to be kind and be thankful. And I am so thankful. This morning when I was watching some videos, and then when I went over and was reading my comments, I thought, oh, I just feel so blessed because there's so many wonderful people, and you're so kind and so encouraging. It just means more. It means more than I can possibly tell you with the words that I have. And I just became so overwhelmed with it, and want to express to you my gratitude. And I want to express gratitude to my Father in heaven too, because he brought me to this point, and I'm so very grateful and thankful that he did. You bring so much joy into my life. You bring a new dimension into my life, and I love you and I thank you for it. I just mean that from the bottom of my heart. So that's what I'm thankful for right now. And do something that brings you joy, whatever that might be. Do something that brings you joy, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I love you all very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye.